Hi guys, welcome to another reading. I wanted to do one more for today since we're having full moon in Libra and it's a super moon and it's a worm moon, and some people say this means that a portal is going to be open and that there's major manifesting and abundance energy with this moon, so that's very exciting. I did already do a general energies for today, so I was asked to do a reading on the Michael Jackson situation, and specifically to do it on this day with the full moon and everything. So I'm going to ask a couple questions about that. I'm not super comfortable just because of the situation being what it is, but we'll see what comes out. I know that I've been making some announcements at the beginning of these videos, and I don't want to keep doing that on every video, but you guys, I don't hate Meghan Markle. I don't hate Prince Harry. I don't hate any of the people that I read on. I generally do readings based on what you guys ask me to read on, and then I just interpret the cards how I interpret them. And if you don't like it, it's totally fine. If you don't believe me or agree with me, that's okay too. You're still welcome here. That's totally okay. We're all different people with different perspectives and different backgrounds, and you know, I'm not here to have conflict at all. If you post death threats, that kind of activity is reported to, not just to YouTube and not just, you know, that I block you, but I report that to the authorities as well, so just be aware of that. And it's just not going to be tolerated. And if you come here and look for an argument and you call me a racist or call anybody else who's here with me, you know, racist, you'll just be blocked immediately. And I know I've already said that, but it keeps happening. So, okay. I'm going to ask some questions about Michael Jackson and see what we get and go from there. And no disrespect, you know, I love Michael Jackson, actually. I always have. He was big when I was a kid. I remember watching his concert in Bucharest, I think it was, the HBO special. I just was mesmerized. I thought he was such a great talent, such a cool guy. I'm not asking questions of the cards right now. I'm just going to let them tell me what they want to tell me, and then we'll clarify if we need to. I'm using the Wild Unknown because, you know, you really don't read reversals in this deck. All the cards are meant to be read upright. You can do what you want to. If you're a reader, if there's another reader that you follow who does pull the cards and do reversals with this deck, that's cool. And that's something that I think, you know, everybody should know, that every reader, every intuitive, every psychic, every empath has their own way of doing these things. They have their own understanding with spirit and their own way that messages come through or are communicated to them. And so it's not going to look the same. We're not all going to use the same terminology. We don't use the same cards. We don't pull cards the same way. We don't read cards the same way. As long as you're watching and following somebody who you feel like is ethical and who you feel like is giving accurate messages and they speak to you, that's really what matters, okay? All right, I've got some cards, so I'm just going to flip them all over and see what's happening here. I didn't want to ask a specific question. I don't know how specific I want to get with this, but I just wanted to see what came out. The Death card was the first card to pop out, and Death card doesn't normally mean death. It means transformation. In this case, I'm going to take it to mean death because Michael has passed. Excuse me. I think this is just, I just had lunch, guys. Sorry, I'm like full up. I had a big yoga class and then I ate a big lunch, so sorry about that. So in this case, I think the Death card popped out just to confirm that we are talking about someone or trying to connect with someone who is deceased in that energy. We do have the Tower card as the next card. Lightning striking this big, tall, sturdy figure. This reminds me of the Emperor card in this deck because the Emperor card is this tree, like without the lightning strike and without being caught on fire. And he's the energy of the Great Father, just like the Empress is the Great Mother. The Emperor is a father figure. He is the stability of the home. And this card coming out the way that it does would represent to me the trauma that had to do with Michael's father. Okay, and maybe the damage that was done to him from an early age. Next is the Six of Pentacles. I very strongly get the energy that this is Michael's earnings in his lifetime and how he, you know, it's like money growing on trees. Okay, this is like his entire family relied on him and still in some ways relies on him and his music and his work, his catalog of work to support them. Okay, we have Eight of Cups, which in this deck shows the dark mountain in the back, lots of shadow, gray, black energy, and then the shattered cups at the bottom. And cups are emotions. Okay, so this means broken hearts, but broken feelings. The Eight of Cups in the traditional Rider-Waite deck is walking away from a situation that doesn't serve us, walking away from hurt. Okay. The next card we have is Temperance. Temperance is balance. It's learning literally to temper. Okay, so you temper hot and cold. You temper yes and no. You temper anything that are opposites. And in this case, it feels like emotions. This crane is crying a tear that looks like flame, but it also has cool water drops in it. Okay, so learning how to be a human with all these conflicting emotions inside you and trying to find balance with that. And then we have the Fool, which is hope, optimism. In this case, I very much feel this is innocence. That's the word that I did not think of that just now. It was like a download. It was like as soon as I picked up this card, I felt innocence, okay? I felt childlike. I felt, you know, almost like going into yourself to protect yourself from all these other things that are happening. It's kind of like this didn't happen. It's like, you know, whatever was needed to recover from that tower moment that we talked about before maybe didn't happen, so he reverted back to this because his actual childhood looked like this. So this was the childhood. The money started growing, started coming in, feeling maybe taken advantage of by his parents or his family, and then so he didn't get a chance. You know, he was shattered emotionally, crippled emotionally as a person, probably didn't find that balance and ended up being sort of childlike in his adult state. And I know that so far I'm not really telling you guys anything that you don't already know or can't have observed on your own about Michael. Are the allegations about Michael Jackson true? The allegations made in this new documentary. Did Michael Jackson molest or harm children in any way? Please give me clear and concise answers here. I don't want to be vague. I want to make sure that I'm reading these messages well and correctly. Thank you. We have Temperance in reverse again. Okay, he was unable to balance himself. He was unable to find steady footing as an adult. Okay, and then we have the Five of Swords, which is conflict. This is conflict, but this is also getting away with things. It looks like this guy, his expression looks like he's planning to hurt. Does that make sense? He's holding some swords and he's looking at the guy over here, and I don't know if they just finished a fight and he won the fight or if he is planning on going and stabbing. We have Page of Cups in the reverse. Page of Cups is usually a love offer. Okay, it's Page of Cups. Pages are such immature energy, but they usually bring messages of love. So in the reverse, maybe he wasn't getting any messages of love. Maybe with the cup reverse, that means that, you know, he was feeling empty emotionally, didn't have the thing in him that, you know, we as parents are supposed to pour into our children. We're supposed to empower them and make them feel whole and make them know how beautiful, how wonderful, how absolutely magical they are as people. And if we don't do this, we can leave them scarred. We can leave them with holes. Not that it's completely our responsibility, but it is very much a responsibility that we have as parents to our children, to those of you who are parents, to help them to know and to see themselves as powerful, important, magical, incredible people who can change the world, who will change the world. And when you don't give that to them, they question it, they doubt themselves, they may grow up in this way feeling sort of broken. So we have the King of Swords. King of Swords can be an older male air sign. It could also be somebody who is older, who tells you the truth about things, who cuts through the bullshit, who, you know, sees things clearly. He's sort of a stern figure. He is logic over emotion. And then we have the Seven of Swords, but it was in reverse. So Seven of Swords is usually sneaky and deceptive energy. It's somebody, I just talked about this, I think, in a reading yesterday. It's somebody who thinks they're getting away with things, looking back to see if anybody's seeing them or following them. But this energy was in the reverse. This card was in the reverse. Okay, I'm just going to refrain from speculating on anything, guys. I want you to tell me what you think about these cards and what do you see in these cards. I'm going to pull a couple of more cards. Are the allegations against Michael Jackson true? Did he have any part in harming any children? These are all things that are alleged in a documentary that I have not seen. I haven't watched it. I've only read a couple of news articles about it. Okay, we have the Ten of Cups in reverse and the Tower. So, Ten of Cups is a state of complete emotional fulfillment. It is, when it's upright, it is feeling like all of your cups are full. It's feeling contented emotionally. It's feeling like you're at the top of your game emotionally. It's feeling just, sorry guys, my video cut off. It's feeling so super overjoyed and joyful. And then with the Tower, this was in reverse, so it's feeling not those things. But then with the Tower coming out again, this just lets me know that emotionally he was very broken and very damaged. Okay, there was some trauma that he never got over, that he was reeling from sort of for all of his adult life, and maybe he never sought help for it, and maybe he never got therapy for it. I don't feel like I'm getting a clear answer on the allegations, but let me know what you saw here, and I may try it again later just to see if I get any other answers. But let me know what you saw, what you interpreted from these cards. If there's anything that I missed, there's probably a ton that I missed, but that's how I see it. Just let me know, like and comment, and tell me what your thoughts are. I would really like to hear some different perspective on this. I know that I personally, I'm so sorry guys, this one person keeps calling me and I put my phone on Do Not Disturb and it's not freaking working. It's driving me nuts. So anyway, if you'll like and share and subscribe this video and let me know what you thought. Me personally, I idolized Michael Jackson. I thought he was amazing, so I don't want to put my own energy, my own thoughts onto this reading, especially, you know, if he was guilty of these things. I don't know, okay? I don't feel like I'm getting a definite answer here, but let me know what you think, okay? Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.